Hey, yo, what's happening? It's your boy ATC. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you fucking with my content. You feel me? And this time we got Bleach, 1,000 Year Blood War, episode 17. Review. Let's get started. Alright, so the episode basically start off with Bambi's wings. They glowing like a motherfucker. He done gave them some power-ups. Yhwach is that's what I'm talking about. He done gave all his subordinates some motherfucking power-ups. And while she's fighting Captain Shinji under the effects of his Zanpakuto toe, she like, fuck it. If I can't see you and hear you and know like what direction you gonna be in, then I'm just gonna explode everything in sight. And that's exactly what she do. And she get the one up on Shinji and end up wounding my boy. Actually, I was actually really surprised at this point. I didn't know he was gonna get taken out so quick. But yeah, I think she just caught him off guard more than anything. But yeah, he got taken out. Momo ends up seeing this and she tried to end up getting like some little get back or something, but Captain Sanjin ended up showing up and letting her know like, look bitch, you need to take Captain like Shinji and get up out of here, cause like if you get the attacking, you finna lose. Like you underestimating this bitch. Like she got bombs, she busting for real. In the midst of this, she ended up Bambi, she ended up throwing an attack towards Captain Sanjin, and it ends up knocking his mask off, and it reveals that he's not in the dog form anymore. He's actually in his human form, and we get a little flashback on this technique that he explains to us that's called the Jinka technique. And the flashback is like where the elder dog was talking to him right after they had their little battle and shit, and explains to him like the werewolf clan was sent to the animal realm for the sins they committed in their past life, but it wasn't enough to like hold them there. So like they still was able to return to the soul society by breaking the chains of the sins. They can transform and use the Jinka technique and gain immense power. So yeah, basically they got some one up in their motherfucking closets. But it ain't really like no technique that you can just like get. I mean, he explained to him, the elder dog was explaining to Captain Sanjin that you got to rip out your heart and offer it up to get the technique. And basically, he do this shit instantly out of respect for Yama and how they did him. Yeah, he ain't taking no L's. Like he ready to, like, he'll do whatever the fuck just to get that vengeance, just to get that revenge on the motherfucker. Cause like just how they did his master, like they slice that nigga like a sandwich and shit, like a Subway. You know how they like slice Subway sandwiches and shit sometimes, and you slice them to the side. That's how they sliced Captain Yama, like to the side. You feel me? But after our little flashback, he ends up telling Captain Sanjin tells Momo to take Shinji somewhere safe because he finna activate this Bankai. Kokujo Tengen Mayo-o, big ass body of armor appears. Like when he activate that bitch, big ass body of armor appears, and he get to explain it like it's imbued with the life Dangi Joe, and its form is stripped of the armor, exposing only spiritual pressure and power. This shit, when he get the battling Bambi, like when he get the conversing back and forth, when he get the Bankai, this shit is like a big ass like giant swatting at a fly. Like you know the fly finna get caught after a while. You feel me? And basically he explains to her ass, no matter what them bombs is doing, bitch, I'm immortal when I'm in this form. My heart ain't even here. I ain't even got no heart, bitch. It's empty. It's a dark hole here. It's empty. Literally like putting all his life force on the line just because he believed in like Captain Yama and shit. And he ain't like that shit how they, you know, how they did him. He like, shit, if Captain Yama believe we can end this war, then shit, I'm down with this shit too. After she evaded his ass for a little bit though, he ended up striking a critical blow to her ass. Like a critical blow. You hear me? We can see where I guess the elder can like either see what's going on, the elder dog, or he can like, I don't know, some kind of way he's seeing, but he just like, he proud of Sanjin. And he truly wanted them now. He accepted them into their clan again, since like, you know, that's what he originally did in the beginning, was like desert their clan to go to the Soul Society because he was tired of hiding in like the shadows type shit. Even though Bambi was a baddie, we're glad she's out the way. That bitch was doing way too much. Like he finished her ass off with that big ass Bankai like he should have. Good job, Captain. You know what I'm talking about? You did your shit. But after he finishes her off, he's like leading off to go like try to kill Yhwach. He know where he at. Like, you know what I'm saying? They can sense the spiritual pressures and shit like that. He know where he at though. But as we see him trying, like his power is slowly fading and he's like slowly turning into a wolf and losing his like human side basically due to the exchange that he made, ripping out his heart and all that just to get that increased power up. Once he got the Bankai back and shit, yeah, like that was his price to pay. Like he basically lost his human side completely. My nigga a whole like wolf now. He was laying on the ground looking hurt. I'm thinking Bambi done took this hit. This bitch already clipped, but nah, she over there barely making it and shit. And we see her little group, the ones that ditched her early in a few episodes back, the ones that ditched her. We see her little group. They pull up on her and they like, oh yeah, bitch, you down now? Now we finna stomp you out. We ain't even like you no way. Bitch is a whole group of mean girls. What the fuck? We also see Uryu visiting some of the wounded Quincy's around and battling shit. I don't know what he was doing, giving them some power-ups or finna take their power. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. But some of the ones that got wounded, he was going around visiting them. Flips over to Hashwalk, and we end up seeing him have a conversation with Captain Shunsui. And basically, like, it's his job to tip the scales in the battle. Like, y'all got y'all Bankai back, but it's my job to make sure y'all don't get no more one-ups. Like, we finna break that shit back down real quick. So he ended up breaking the shield that's holding them, the in-between, the wall between them. And as soon as he break that shit, they put up another one on his ass real fucking quick. But not before too long, he ended up getting, like, a little communication, like, between him and, I guess, his master Yhwach, like, it's time to come. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got some other plans. Leave them motherfuckers alone for right now. So once we see him get summoned by Yhwach, that's basically the end of that shit. Like, and then we move on to see these 3 lieutenants that was fighting Hulk Hogan earlier. You remember that? Star Power. Well, this motherfucker ain't dead, and he ended up getting up for a round 2 thanks to his little gremlin buddy. And when he get up for the round 2, he fucked my boys up, man. Clotheslining their ass, throwing them down, treating them like whole rag dolls. Like, I was like, damn, man, I don't know what they're gonna do. Hulk Hogan, he Hulk smashing y'all ass, man. It just was cold because he flatlined all 3 of their ass. Like, I was like, damn, man. This motherfucker rose from the dead. Imagine that shit. Y'all thinking y'all done won and shit. Y'all having a little conversation. This nigga rise up from the dead on some shit. Like, oh yeah, I'm ready to get my get back round 2. But shit, at the end of flatlining their ass, we see 2 mysterious forces falling from the sky. I don't know who it is. We know it's a couple of them up there at the Soul Palace. So we don't know who coming down, but we know it's 2 mysterious forces that got some power to them falling from the sky. Y'all let me know down in the comments who y'all think it might be. But as Star Power, or Hulk Hogan as I call him, as he sees these 2 mysterious forces falling out of the sky, he like, shit, I'm trying to rush over there to him. But before I can get to y'all, I'm finna stomp these 3 little niggas out. But what ends up happening is, before he can get indefinitely stomped out, Captain Kinsey Muguruma and Captain Rojiro end up arriving and letting his ass know, shit, you wanna play with some motherfuckers? Shit, the lieutenants was weak. Play with us. So basically, they ready to kick ass. I'm ready to see episode 18 already. I already know they finna go the fuck off against Hulk Smash. He need his ass kicked though, cause that round 2 shit. Yeah, what the fuck? I thought he was dead. But as the episode ends up ending, because we don't see no more of them after that, because they basically challenge his ass, and that we're going to see it on the next time, episode 18. But as we're ending the episode off, though, we end up seeing Ichigo sweating bullets in this bitch. He having this bitch an extremely hard time crossing over to this other side. And as he crossing it, he explaining to him, what you feeling is the weight of everything that you trying to protect. That's why it's so hard for you to get across that bitch. You got all that shit on your back right now. You feeling the pressure of that shit. My nigga Ichigo having flashes and shit, hot flashes. He seeing the powers and shit. He letting him know, look, all them visions and shit that you seeing, that's the power of the king, the power of the Soul King that you seeing. All type of visions and shit too. Like of the old, like Gotai 13 members, all type of shit. He's seeing everything, and that's the power of the king. But Ichigo ends up proving that he can withstand the power. He a good vessel. He can withstand all that fucking power. He's that guy, and he not stopping. And as we see him walk and cross through that path, he ends up going. When he walks through that door, he ends up going to another place. As we see him being greeted by another Zero Squad member as the episode ends. Man, episode 17. This fucking episode was great, man. Captain Sanjin, you went the fuck off, man. It's kind of sad how he went out though, you know what I'm saying, reverting back into his form, whatever. But he went off though. Shinji, we gonna have to get some get back for you, my guy. I don't know. Hope we know he okay, but you know what I'm talking about. And I want to see who the forces is coming down. Also in the sky, we want to be see who that is. So y'all let me know how y'all feeling in the comments. Y'all tell me who y'all think it might be. Y'all let me know what part of this episode y'all was digging and feeling the most. But man, if I had to rank this episode, I'm gonna get it bit a 10 out of 10. Yeah, I was digging it bitch whole way through. I was excited. I was talking through the screen type shit. You feel me? That much excitement. But yeah, man. Make sure you watch the episode. Make sure that you're watching the review. And as always, shit, you know the drill. One love, two peace, and we out. Till next time, you dig? For sure.